So far we've created a pattern of holes using the circular pattern command. We've rolled the construction of the model back to suppress the pattern, and then we created the same pattern using the circular sketch pattern command. One of the things you learned in the last lesson was that it's easier to construct models that are constructed with the circular pattern command. Creating the pattern with the sketch pattern command took longer because we spent more time on the sketch, and we spent more time adding fillets to all the holes. Now we're going to change the number of holes from 3 to 4, and when we do you'll see why it's easier and quicker to use the 3D circular pattern command. One thing I want you to notice before we start is the fillet is applied to 3 holes. When we modify the sketch it will create 4 holes. Since the fillet operation is applied to the edges of 3 holes, SolidWorks will not add fillets to the 4th hole. Now let's modify the sketch. Edit Sketch 3, and then set the view to a normal view. Before we can change the number of circles in the pattern, we need to delete the fixed relation. Highlight the relation and then type the delete key. Now right-click on an instance of the pattern and then select Edit Circular Pattern. Change the count to 4. Click in the graphics area and then type the Enter key. Now add a fixed relation to the node on the circle. This time you use the context toolbar to add the relation. Now that the sketch is fully defined, exit the sketch. As you can see, SolidWorks did not build a fillet on the new hole. You've learned the details of why you should not use sketch pattern commands, but for the rest of the course I'll limit my explanations to processes and commands you should use. That said, let's remove the holes constructed with the sketch pattern command and replace them with the holes constructed with the feature pattern command. Highlight Cut Extrude 2 and then type the delete key. Now the Confirm Delete dialog box appears. The top window shows the feature we're deleting, and the next window shows features that are dependent on the feature being deleted. Fillet 3 is built on geometry from Cut Extrude 2, so it's a dependent of Cut Extrude 2. Another way of saying this is Fillet 3 is a child feature of Cut Extrude 2, and as you can see by default, child features are deleted. We also want to delete Sketch 3, which was absorbed by Cut Extrude 2, so check this option. Click Yes, and now you can move the rollback bar to the end of the list. This is how you should create circular patterns. Create the features that will be repeated in the pattern, and then use the circular pattern command to create the pattern. Before you end this lesson, save your work.